Hey everyone, this is Kevin T. Rodriguez, film critic of iCritic.net. And, I had a couple videos that I wanted to make that were not MoviePass and Sinema related this weekend, but I have to say, the story just keeps growing and growing, and so I'm going to have to put those videos on hold. But that's not the only thing I want to announce before we get into today's video. I also want to announce that I'm having some issues with, my phone right now, so we'll have a screenshot of the article in front of you, but otherwise we can't follow along, so sorry about that. It's just technical difficulties. But anyway, let's continue with the news. And the first news story today comes from Sinema, who they've actually done two things. First of all, they have announced a family plan. I didn't get around to talking about this a couple days ago, but they announced a family plan. And maybe I will explain what that family plan is a little later, because that information is only going to enforce why today's news item from them is rather strange, because they have actually called out AMC's A-list ticket program as being unsustainable. According to this article from Cinema Blend, earlier this week, AMC announced AMC Stubs A-List, its very own movie subscription program in the vein of competitor MoviePass. Though Stubs A-List consumers can see up to 3 movies a week for the cost of $19.95 a month, considering that AMC was no fan of MoviePass in the past, its entrance into the subscription space was notable. MoviePass has made its own thoughts on AMC's program clear, and now Sinema, another rival subscription service, has issued its own statement about AMC's model and how it believes that AMC Stubs A-List is ultimately unsustainable. Quote, "We are happy to see new entrants in the market who understand that movie ticket subscriptions are the future of moviegoing, and AMC is a great example of this. However, we have concerns over their strategy. We believe that with 3 tickets per week at a $20 price point and limited to a single theater chain, AMC's plan is trying to reach a niche segment of super moviegoers. We have been an advocate of sustainable movie ticket subscription offerings for the last 4 years, and when we look at the details of the AMC plan, we fear that this will devalue the movie experience and simply is not sustainable. We think that this plan may even result in the cannibalization of AMC's own customer base. That said, competitors always push us forward, and we welcome AMC into this market. We will continue to develop the Sinema service and mobile app to be the best solution for both moviegoers and the movie industry." In this statement, Sinema expressed out that AMC's business model, well, anyway, yeah, we don't need to go read that part. But one thing about the article that's notable, since AMC's announcement, MoviePass and Sinema have made moves to offer new benefits of their programs. Sinema has family plans promo for each of its different plans. MoviePass is introducing several new features, such as Uber-like surge pricing, a bring a friend option, and a premium pricing option that will add IMAX and 3D showings as options. So, anyway, this is a very interesting comment, and I'm not surprised that Sinema took the swipe at AMC. They've kind of taken a similar swipe to MoviePass before. They basically think that giving too many movies for too low price is not sustainable. What they're trying to push with their service is that, hey, we are charging a certain amount of money, and the tier changes based on how many movies you'll see, because ultimately, that probably is the most sustainable thing. I mean, you get people who say they on average see 5 movies a month. So they pay for an option to see 5 movies a month. But, and here's the big but, you have some months where they don't want to see 5 movies. They want to see 3. They'll still see those 3, but then they're making a little bit of money off those movies that were not seen. So that has been their business goal, and it's not a bad business goal. That said, consumers are going to go where the deals are. And I know that there is a middle ground somewhere in there. And as I stated in my last video, at first I thought I was just going to keep all 3 of the subscription services for an emergency, but when I really thought about it, MoviePass adding the premium option might have sealed Sinema's deal for me. Because, as I stated in that video, I will probably see most of my movies at the AMC to relieve some of the stress from MoviePass, and because they get all the blockbusters. I would use my MoviePass mainly for independent chains. I was going to keep Sinema for the Spectrum IMAX or the TLC IMAX or a 4DX screen or whatever, but if MoviePass is adding the premium option where, hey, I can actually just pay an additional $3 to $6 extra for that ticket, That's a lot better for me than paying $40 just to get the ticket outright for free. So Sinema is actually the closest on the chopping block for me as we speak. But then you have some people who are saying that MoviePass is on the chopping block for them because they don't like the idea of surge pricing, even though I have slightly defended the practice and will probably continue to do so because there's some bigger picture stuff that people aren't seeing here. But that said, this is not a bad thing. Competition is a good thing. You know, again, different options, different prices. It's good, and eventually someone will figure out the middle ground. Now then, does this have a Does this have a risk of totally backfiring in the long run? Yes. And while I would love to talk about it here, I really would. I actually think that would be a topic better suited for the next video I'm making about the Alamo Draft House. So while I rarely do to be continued, this is a to be continued. I'll have the link at the end of the video for those who might be looking up. But yeah. So anyway, aside from that, what do you think of Sinema's comments? Do you think they are justified? Do you think they are out of line? I would love to know. Comment below. Like, favorite, share, subscribe. If you enjoy the videos I make, consider becoming a Patreon member. It's totally optional, but even as little as $1 a month goes a long way to helping the channel run smoothly and upgrading the equipment, which I really want to do soon because recording on the Surface, I think most people will agree, getting old. I'm getting like a little set, put up, and it'd be nice to just do that. But anyway, as always, flame responsibly. Have a good one.